All right, so you guys make it back to town, safe and sound, a wagon full of loot, and a happy bunch of villagers, thankful for your services. What do you want to do?
Well, I'd like to rest. I've only got 2 HP.
Yep, you can definitely rest up at the inn. I believe it's the Broken Horn Unicorn. That's the tavern for you.
I want to go shopping.
Yes, you could definitely spend some of your hard-earned loot. We have the chest of many forgotten relics.
All right, let's go.
Yep, you could definitely go there. You now okay? Yeah, no. It's all good. It's all good. Yep. So you head there. You open the door and you are greeted by a overjoyous and happy dwarf with a big burly beard, and he greets you to his wares.
What's his name?
His name. Yep, he definitely has a name.
Crap, he doesn't have a name. Shit. Jeff, Tom, Philip. Oh, I know. Name generator. Oh, name generator, help me out now.
His name is Merrill Goldweave.
That right there is one of the most embarrassing yet well-remembered moments that my players constantly remind me of. Hi everyone, Welsh1 here with lessons behind the screen and the importance of making notes. Or prep work. We could go with either. As a young DM, I used to think that I could just wing and ad-lib absolutely every part of a session. Just have a broad framework. Party of gathers, they go through a forest, they find some notes in a forest leads to a castle, inside the castle are monsters, they fight a dragon, kill dragon, get them treasure, hand out XP, you're the best dungeon master. But as people play the game and they get invested in the world, they want it to be real. As a young DM, I underappreciated everyone's enthusiasm and didn't really put much stock into the importance of the world being real for my players, which led to many embarrassing moments, but one not so hard as Merrill Goldweave. Merrill Goldweave was born from me not taking the importance of just the little mundane things that make the world important. People want to know who that jovial bard is that's singing about how he slept with half the town. They want to know the drunk's story. They don't want to just know about the big bad who's getting revenge on his son by decimating half the planet. And that is where I made my mistake. The adventurers had returned, their wagon full of loot, and of course the first thing they want to do is spend the loot. Now, I want to stress that I had a list of items for them to buy. I had a list of things that would take time for them to import. I went through where these items could be sourced from. But I never took the time to name the shopkeepers, because I didn't think they'd be interested. I mean, do you even remember who served you at your Woolworths or your service centre? No, of course not. So why would my adventurers? Well, my players were invested. Now, they asked, of course, who this amazing dwarf was, as I gave him an amazing description, apparently, that sparked their curiosity on this dwarf. The only thing I gave them was the outfit he was wearing, and that he had a burly beard, and he was clearly a hearty man who was very arrogant. I know, pot kettle. Now, I had a little system in play for if they asked for random names. I would just load up a website with a fantasy name generator. Tick the box for dwarf, tick their social stance, their wealthiness, and boom, presto, give me a name. The system finally failed me for Merrill Goldweave. In my speediness to try and give them the name with all of them staring, I neglected to change the sex from female to male. Merrill Goldweave. Those words left my mouth, and there was no turning back. Nowadays, my players laugh about it, and even I laugh about it, with Merrill Goldweave making many cameo appearances, always as a dwarf, always arrogant, and always rich, and always a merchant. But to this day, I now take time to prep some names. And no longer relying on a fantasy name generator, but now a scratch pad with a bunch of ad hoc names ready to rock and roll. So if they ask me, who's that strange-looking man that's leaning against the wall puking, I can instantly cross off the names and put brackets, drunk guy. This is the advice I want to give to all up-and-coming DMs or GMs, depending on your system. Just have a scratch pad of names ready to go. You don't need to have every person named, but it's good to have some names ready to go for the minor players that might pop up once or twice. In the words of Matt Colville, you are the conduit to the players, to your universe. And you don't want to let them down by not being invested in the world as they are. No, that does not mean in a town of 200 players, of 200 people, that you need to have all 200 named, but at least 10. For the minor folks that they are going to encounter. Well, thank you for joining me on one of my random rambling sessions, and possibly a lesson for when you're behind the screen. If you enjoyed this content, give it a like. And if you want to have more content like this, and some of my content from my online sessions of games like Dead by Daylight, or classic games like the movies, and Dwarf Fortress, hit the subscribe button. Other than that, I'll see you next time for another lesson behind the screen. You have a great day.
Wagon full of gold. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Yep, you can definitely do that. God damn it, Pixel. All right, and you all make it back to the town safely. You've got a wagon full of gold. What do you guys want to do? Yep, easy. You can definitely do that. Yes. Yeah, there is a merchant. There is definitely a merchant. God damn it, kitties. Yep, you can definitely go and pray to your god. God damn it, Goose.